Let's talk about how software gets built. Because right now, a massive shift is underway. We're moving from a kind of creative chaos, a Wild West way of doing things, to something much more structured, much more intelligent, powered by AI. So, what does this new future actually look like? To really get where we're going, we first have to talk about where a lot of us have been. And that means talking about a term you've probably heard, or hey, maybe you've even done it without knowing what it was called: vibe coding. You know the feeling. It's that intuitive, sometimes frantic process of just building something based on a gut feeling, no rigid plan in sight. And as this Reddit user pointed out in a now infamous story, when you're playing with live ammo with a real production database, vibe coding can turn from a fun experiment into an absolute disaster really, really fast. And that chaos, that risk of having to untangle what one person perfectly called spaghetti vibe code, is a huge problem, especially when projects start to get bigger and more complex. But it's exactly this problem that a whole new generation of AI is being designed to solve. Now, the solution here isn't just a slightly smarter chatbot. It's a fundamental leap in what these AI tools can even do. We are talking about the rise of something new: AI agents. So as AI expert Jeff Su lays it out, we've really gone through three big stages. First, we had the basic large language models, like the early days of ChatGPT. Then we moved on to AI workflows, where we, the humans, had to manually stitch everything together. But now we're at step 3, AI agents. And listen, if you remember one thing, make it this. With an AI agent, the LLM itself becomes the decision maker. It's not just sitting there waiting for your next prompt anymore. You give it a high-level goal, and it actively reasons, plans, and uses tools all by itself to get the job done. A lot of this magic is powered by a concept called the React framework. It's pretty simple, really. The agent is in this constant loop of reasoning, thinking, okay, what's the best thing to do next, and then acting, actually using its tools to do that thing. It sees what happens, it thinks again, and it acts again, iterating its way closer and closer to the goal. So, we have these intelligent, thinking AI agents. How in the world do they become the antidote to that beautiful, but let's be honest, dangerous chaos of vibe coding? Well, we're starting to see a real split in the road. Two totally different philosophies. On one side, you've got the tools that embrace the vibe. They're awesome for quick prototypes. But on the other side, for serious production-level work, a new idea is taking hold: spec-driven development. And the poster child for this new, structured world is a tool from Amazon called Kiro. It's what they call an agentic IDE, and it's built from the ground up to solve that exact problem of getting a cool idea out of the prototype phase and into a real, robust application. So instead of just throwing a prompt at the wall and hoping it sticks, Kiro works in 3 clear phases. You give it your goal, it unpacks all the requirements, it generates a full technical design, which you get to approve, and only then does it start executing the code to actually build it. And this right here is the game changer. Kiro actually creates documents, real markdown files, for requirements, for design, and for the tasks. This isn't some mysterious black box. It's a transparent, documented process that you, the human, and the AI agent can both follow. That makes maintaining complex projects way, way easier. Now, just compare that to a tool like Google's Opal, which is all about that vibe coding experience. It lets you whip up little web apps from simple text prompts. You can really see the 2 different paths forming here, one for that quick, intuitive spark of creation, and another for structured, reliable engineering. So if the AI is the agent, if it's the one doing the reasoning and the acting, what's left for you? For the developer, the creator, the human in this equation? Let's be really clear about this. AI isn't replacing you. It's elevating you. Your job just shifts. You're no longer the person grinding out the tedious code. You're the director, the architect, the strategist who tells the agent what to do. Your job just got a whole lot more important. And it all starts with how you talk to it. Research from Google found that the most successful prompts aren't short and sweet. They average about 21 words, packed with context.
But what do most of us do? We type in maybe 9 words and hope for the best. That gap right there is where your expert human direction makes all the difference.
And you can literally see the difference that makes. On the left, a vague prompt. You're going to get vague results. But look at the expert prompt on the right. It gives the AI a persona. I am the CIO. It gives it a clear goal. Explain generative AI to a non-technical audience. It gives it context. This is how you steer the AI from just making noise to actually creating a solution. And in tools like Kiro, this level of control gets formalized with what they call steering documents. Think of these as the rulebook you hand to the AI. You, the expert, get to define the tech stack, the project structure, the product vision, and even your team's coding standards. The AI is then forced to play by your rules. So here's the absolute best way to think about this. The AI agent is like a brilliant, incredibly fast, but totally inexperienced junior developer. It can write code faster than anyone on your team, but it has no context, no taste, and no strategic awareness. It needs you, your clear specs, and your expert oversight to produce truly great work. And your job goes way beyond just writing good instructions. As AirSwift points out, as more and more work gets handed off to AI, we're being flooded with this sea of generic, soulless content. And that creates a massive opportunity for anyone who can bring a real human experience and a unique point of view to the table. This right here, this is your new job description. Your real value isn't just in what you can make an AI do, it's in the insights you have, the unique problems you've solved, the perspective you bring. That's the stuff that AI simply cannot fake. Okay, so let's bring it all home. What does all this mean? What does this new human-AI partnership actually look and feel like? The future isn't AI replacing you. It's you directing incredibly powerful AI agents. We're moving from a world where our value was measured in lines of code to a world where our value is in our vision, our strategy, and our ability to guide these powerful tools to build the right things the right way. In the end, these tools are becoming unbelievably capable. The AI can write the code, it can create the design docs, it can even run the tests. But it can't decide which problems are worth solving. It can't define a vision, it can't provide that spark of human insight that leads to something truly new. That part is still and will always be up to you. So the only question left is, what are you going to tell it to build?